how's everyone doing? I'm trying to change up my intros a bit and stop saying welcome back all the time. So instead, I'm just gonna say that it's good to see you again. We are back with another inbox video today, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't want to waste your time, so let's just jump right in. Hey, I know you're not a relationship counselor or a therapist, but I have free will to ask you anyway. Okay. I've been told by my girlfriend mostly, and also my parents, that I have a bad problem with being on my phone. When it's quiet, I go on my phone to pass time. When I'm alone, I open Twitter, close it, and go to Instagram. Then 5 minutes later, I go on Twitter again. I understand that I'm probably on it more than I should be, so I just wanted to ask if you know any ways to slowly wean off of this habit. I can tell this really upsets my girlfriend. Now, it's safe to say that you have an addiction. You can just call it that. I don't know, I feel like reading your question, it feels like you didn't want to say the word because it sounds like extreme. Like saying you have an addiction to something doesn't sound good, but me clicking my tongue when I'm trying to recall something, me going, that's a habit. Me putting my right sock, then my right shoe, then my left sock, then my left shoe is a habit. But what you're saying honestly just sounds like an addiction. And it's okay, I can say that because I go through the same thing sometimes. And it's normal. These phones that we have are perfectly designed with apps and doohickeys to keep us hooked. So it's not the end of the world that you have this need to always be on your phone. But at the end of the day, it's still an issue, and your girlfriend does have a right to be upset with you because it is cutting into your time together. Whether, you'd like to admit the severity of that or not. But what can you do about it, right? That's the whole reason you came to me. But the first thing I'll tell you to do is change your perspective and how you overall treat your phone. I'm not going to tell you to go cold turkey and switch to a flip phone because I wouldn't even do that. As dangerous as a phone addiction can be, I still think there are so many good uses for a cell phone that you ultimately just need discipline at the end of the day. And with that discipline, I'd say you need to hold yourself accountable. So the first thing I would do, if you have an iPhone, you have widgets. And yes, I know if you're on Android, you get all your features freaking 10 years before us. Okay, I know you've had widgets. But I would go ahead and make room in your home screen for the screen time widget. Okay, it takes up half the screen, so you can't miss it. I have my phone with this widget set up, and for me, it's been a big help with catching myself for being on my phone for way too long. You look at it, and it'd be like 3 p.m., and your phone already says you've had 6 hours of screen time, and you're just like, what? Like, you're like, huh? Like, you start to feel a little weird about yourself because then you'll think like, 6 hours? What the hell was I even doing? And then you get reminded that we don't remember like 75% of the things we even look at on our phones once we put it down after doom scrolling. We're just speed running, turning our brain into mush, into paste. All right, I feel like the screen time widget being out in full display is a great accountability tool to keep yourself in line and remind yourself to not go off the deep end into excessive hours on your phone. I know there are other apps that can set timers for you to like lock you out of certain apps after a certain while. I don't know any of them, so I'm not going to say them here, but those exist too. Another thing you can do that has also helped me a lot, which honestly has helped me more than the screen time widget, is turning your notifications off, all of them, except for your main messenger and phone, of course. Now, this one is interesting to talk about because I thought this was normal to do for most people who have social media on their phone. I thought the default was to just shut the notifications off forever. Discord, do not disturb, permanently turned on. I thought this was common knowledge to not get annoyed every 2 minutes, but I'm shocked that the more I start to pay attention to what my friends are looking at on their phones, I just see 15 messages from different people within 1 minute increments of different people just sending Instagram reels, sending each other tweets, and I see people getting freaking Discord notifications on their phone, like Snapchats, like all that, like I was about to have a conniption because that is just way too overstimulating for me. I just couldn't believe my eyes with how common I'm just seeing that amongst a majority of the people that I notice it in. But yeah, one thing I recommend is to turn off all your notifications for all your social medias, because you will soon realize with all the busyness in life and all the scenarios that you'll catch yourself in where you're just kind of sitting there, you won't have the lifeline of an Instagram reel being sent to you to go on your phone and distract yourself. You're honestly going to forget that it's even there. I know for me, when I did this, I would get crap from all my friends about it, telling me that I'm ignoring them, that I'm fake, that I'm drifting away from my friends. And I think to myself, like, oh my God, what could I have possibly missed that they're accusing me of such a thing? So I go and check, and all I have are 60 missed notifications of a bunch of reels that they sent me. I'm being called out for ignoring their reels. This was real. Like my friend, if your friends really want to reach you, if it's that important, they will call you or text you on the Messenger app, where you won't be tempted to click on the Reels tab because there won't be one on that app. Because no one's going to send you Reels on iMessage. Clicking the three dots and hitting share, then looking for your contact to send it. No one's going to do that. Unless they're psychotic, and then you might really need to block them. But I can't tell you the amount of times I just straight up forget to check a specific social media because I'm just not being reminded every 15 minutes that it's on my phone. I'm so busy driving, working, or being around friends or loved ones that I just don't even bother. There's no vibration distracting my attention. It's simply now just an app that I will go on when I have time for it, if I even remember it at all. And it may sound like that's not enough. Like, oh, like I can go on Reels instinctively. A notification being gone won't change that. And all I have to say is try it for a week. Because I had the same exact thought process when I was addicted to different social medias. And to this day, I have not opened Facebook in 2 months. I haven't even thought about Facebook until I mentioned it just now talking to you. But a dry phone is a happy phone. And you'll be a happier person by the end of it. Social media isn't inherently wrong. You're not wrong for liking Reels. You're not wrong for liking Twitter. Twitter sucks. But if you like it, that's fine. But these shouldn't consume your life. I know my suggestions were very surface level. Like I said, there are probably more accountability apps and tools to help. You can always just cut social media off completely. But if you don't want to do all that, these are the ways that I've been doing it. And for me, these have been working. And when it comes to making your girlfriend upset, take her out to dinner, man. Take her out on a nice dinner. Look her in the eye, goddammit. Give her your phone and leave it in her bag or something. Like, listen, dude, this dating market sucks. Super sucks. I can make a whole video about it. So if you have a girlfriend that loves you and cares for you, put the damn phone down and love on her, man. Because trust me, you do not want to be single right now. That's all I have to say today, boys. Thank you all for watching. If you have other ways to help with keeping off the phone, managing that kind of stuff, please share it in the comments. But other than that, I hope you take care of yourselves and be well.